Students, welcome to your computer class. Students, today we are going to learn more about Microsoft Excel. So we are going to learn about the cell references and its types. Before we do that, let's do a quick recap of what we have learned till now. So we have learned about formulas. In formulas, we were discussing about the components of the formula, which were values, cell references, functions and operators. So all these things combined together to make a formula in Microsoft Excel. Now next we learned about was to perform the calculations, how to perform calculations in Excel, and then we learned about the text operator. In text operator we learned about the AND option, right? How do we join using the concatenation option. Today we are going to learn about the types of cell references. So there are three types of cell references. One is relative reference, second is absolute reference, and third is the mixed reference. So let's first start with the relative reference of cell. Now what is relative reference? So when we copy the formula to another cell, then reference of that cell automatically gets changed. This is known as relative reference. So this is the definition. Now what does this mean? So this means, students, that if I want to calculate 5 subject marks of all the 40 students in Microsoft Excel, then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to feed all the numbers there, whatever the students have scored in particular subject. Now addition, I don't have to calculate 40 times. I will just create one formula in my first student, roll number 1, whichever is there. I will create the formula, and once that calculation comes, I will select that option and drag it or copy that same formula to all the 39 other students, and within the span of 1 second or 2 seconds I will get the total of all the 40 students who are there. This is an example of cell references. Next, what are the steps for it? So let's try to look into the steps for the cell references, especially the relative reference. So first what we do is we enter the data. Now how will we go? Whatever data is there, you've just filled the name of the 10 students and the marks they have scored in their computer first term exam. So whatever marks you can just add there. Now what we are going to calculate is the total of, let's say, 3 tests we have completed, not one, first term, second term, third term computer, let's say that. So all the 3 terms we have added there. Now we are going to get the total of one student on how much he has scored in all the 3 tests. So we're going to combine, we're going to add them. How do we do that? First thing, the formula starts with an equal to sign, so we'll put equal to, and whatever the cell name is there, where the numbers, where the marks has been put, let's say B1 plus B2 plus B3, right? First term, second term and third term marks we are going to add there, and the moment we click on enter, we will have the total of that available here. So remember, students, the marks where you want automatically Excel to put in, that is the cell we will be using to enter the formula. Next thing comes is the absolute cell reference. Now what is an absolute cell reference? So first let's look into the definition. When we do not change the address of the cell on copying the formula to another cell, then absolute reference is used. This means when we are not copying the formula, and we are not changing the address of cell on copying the formula, right, to another cell, then it is called as the absolute reference. Now how do we use that? To use this, what we do is we are going to click on the cell, first total we are going to take it out, and then we will drag the handle, the plus sign handle, and drag it to the last option. The moment we take it to the last option, you will find all the marks automatically getting filled there. This is called as the absolute reference. Next, last comes is the mixed reference. Now mixed reference is the combination of relative and absolute reference. Now in this type of cell references, either a row or column has to be fixed. So either we have to fix a row or we have to fix a column. Now let's see how do we do that. Now first thing is, let's say you have an Excel which is filled with data. Now you type the formula is equal to, let's say you can say C4, right? Then next to the cell will be D4, then E4, then minus $2. So every time we are doing that, we will be using the dollar sign. So dollar sign is used in Excel to lock the formula. And the moment we do that, we are going to press enter. And once we press enter, we will get the answer or the desired result. So cell references, let's do a sum up. So you can see these three examples here. First one is the relative cell reference, second is the absolute cell reference, and third is the mixed cell reference. So all the three examples are mentioned here, and this brings us to the end of the class today. So students, for homework we are going to do true and false, and we are going to do answer the following question number 1 and question number 6. Question number 1 is what is cell reference and mention its types, and question number 6 is differentiate between relative, absolute and mixed references. So these two questions we are going to do it in a computer notebook. I hope you have already answered, you have already done yesterday's homework in your notebook. You have put the date, you have put the heading, you have filled the index, and you have answered the question, yesterday's homework question. And today we are going to do these two questions in our homework. So students, just in case if you have any doubts or any questions related to today's class, feel free to reach me through the comment section. So thank you for your time, students, and have a good day ahead.